Ntika siyasanga gcina. Ntwanambi Sibusiso. Nyaka aphiwe. Qaji Mvelisi. Sangisane Mbalenhle. Sanqele Aviwe. Xhaselwayo Sesethu. Xela okuhle. Madam Vice Chancellor, I have an honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program received the diploma in accountancy. April Kel Marlene. Damane Zandile. Damba Yamkela. Dlamini Avelile. Gyanki Siphe sonke. Guma Sasange. Jamda Nontando. Jonase Unati. Kutyiswayo Ababalwe Queen. Nompongwana Nomaphelo. Mashabane Nkateko Princess. Mkhunu Siyabonga. Mdlazi Naledi. Mpanga Mpanca Anelisa. Mthethwa Siyavuya. Ngedle Buhle. Noeku Bomikazi. Nonxuba Ngqali. Mtsethe Yamkela. Sijaji Lupo. Chabalala Ithandile. Zono Busiswa. Zulu Nomvula. Madam Vice-Chancellor, I have an honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program received the Diploma in Information and Communications Technology in Applications Development. Cele Siphokazi Halala. David Aphelele. Khuphiso Sipho. Luwaca Bonani. Magoso Nonkululeko Constance. Mangesi Noxolo Avuma. Maphinda Nandipha. Mbebe Buhle. Ndaka Sisipho, Moyiswa Mzingisi, Nene Nokuthula, Komani Carol, Nkomo Lamlela, Nyukwana Sive, Chiswaise Ifi, Madam Vice-Chancellor, I have an honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive the National Diploma Information Technology, specializing in software development. Hlongwe Philani, Madubela Olwethu, Mbekeni Bulumko, Seku Mzukhona, Sipholi Nangamso, Madam Vice-Chancellor, I have an honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive the Diploma in Internal Auditing. Beseti Chumisa, Kuchela Snethemba, Gyanji Somila, Gurha asolule zama. Gwija Sisanda Charity. Xabha siyabonga. Luhani Anita. Machaya Keletso Jackie. Malindi aphelele. Mokeni Ienad. Mashabela Khutazo. Monakali Odwa. Umenge Nwabisa. Khubela Sinalo. Siswana Oyama. Tai Zininzi. Thube Liyabona. Madam Vice-Chancellor, I have an honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program received the National Diploma in Internal Auditing. Bengeza Mbuyiseli. Bezana Aluncedo. Botoman Asemahle. Boya Mfundokazi. Gampe Sakisizwe. Kayeki Cawekazi no Sisi. Konjayo Bianca. Nosive, Madekwana Lizwi, Magida Nakhane, Mackenzie Sipesihle, Mayedwa Anelisiwe, Mdali Lindokuhle, Mhluzi Asithandile Bulumko, Makhokha Lubabalo, Mpelazwe Nokuthula, Mkhwetyana Sisipho, Myakayaka Sinenjongo, Nzimande Fezeka Ezile, Nelisane Solwethu, Njemla Zethu, Nkasa Noluvo Lucia, Nqithi Ntombovuyo Primrose, Ntilini Thokoza, Ngumama Funeka, Ntente Aphelele, Nzikeni Lelethu, Nzwana Unathi, Bei aphelele. Sibhuku zamokuhle. Sikolo anele. Cum laude. Silo sfezekisiwe. Slachaxolelwa. Somdaka ziyanda. Stema siyamthanda. Chijila andisiwe. Chobodiya nomzukisi Thembisa. Ticket. Mbeu Milani.
Yo. Ukone siqonga. Madam Chancellor of the University, President of the Council, the Vice Chancellor, the President of the Convocation, the Executive Management, our special guest, abazali bethu ngapha osingayi, our graduate. I greet you all in the name of economic freedom in our lifetime. My name is Masikole Tukis Mapong, enzalelwane yaseNgcobo. Mine is short. I'm just here to do a congratulatory speech to our graduates. Today is your day. Alikho elinye usuku ngaphandleni kweli, comrades. You have worked very hard. Some of us, we know our struggle. So I'm here just to make a short speech. I won't be long, comrades. The life and joy of every parent is when their child benefit from the fruit of their labor. The struggle of having to strive for an academic excellence that we have been part of for more than 12 years, from the basic level education till the tertiary has given birth a community of educated black people. It has not been an easy road, and we are victorious. We slept without food, we stayed for nights because of the imagination of a better future. Today we see tears of joy from those mothers that would send the last cent so that some of you could sit here today. We see the smiles of fathers who helped to ensure our mothers of our safety when he did not know how brutal these threats are. This day should be marked as a day that a new community of the literate masses of our people was ordained. It is with great pleasure to greet and welcome the pillars of our strength who were guiding us even when we refused guidance. Education is not only key to success, but a large bookstore of knowledge. Open quote. Education to us means service to Africa, a close quote. And we are going to save this continent. Hello, Mr. West, you are revolutionary created. We are gathered here in this graduation ceremony by an impactful, technological infused African university, which on its idealistic basis produces quality and future-ready graduates. This is evident because we have seen our graduates making significant contributions to regional, national, and continental development. Here we need not to find comfortability in that. We need to strive for more improvement to an extent that this African university that is situated in the Eastern Cape is going to tow down the unemployment rate that is too loud within the province and across the country. We need to produce quality and future-ready graduates who will firstly understand that the current colonial education system within its curriculum was brought to us in Azania in the 18th centuries with only one objective, which was to impart the European knowledge to Africans, which is still relevant in our days, and it has made Africans to hold a belief that whites are the only ones who can create jobs while Africans are only subjected to employment. A long route is in addressing this issue of ever-increasing unemployment rate is for us as an African university to develop our curriculum to that one of Afrocentric and socialist education, which will then produce graduates that will be able to create instead of searching for opportunities for the advancements of their lives and other communities. A shorter and an urgent needed routine is to have an executive management and the university council to understand that most of our graduates who came from disadvantaged families and left the corridors of the university with debts on their certificate scrolls are still unemployed. And there was no way they could have competed with other graduates from multiracial universities while they were not having their certificate at hand. We therefore need to give our graduates their certificate regardless of historical debt. We understand that the current education system is a profit-driven, hence we need to advise mechanism of counterbalancing historical debt while we are handing over certificate to our graduates. This doesn't require much. It needs leadership with a political will that is in line with an African humanism. Let us appreciate the current convocation that is led by Dr. Lunga Mandash, who have shown us that victory is guaranteed over the battle of historical debt. In closing, as the current student leadership, we have been preaching a community-based student activism, which is informed by the fact that university is just a transition stage between a life of a student to that one of a working class. So those who will be living student life to take a responsibility of ensuring that you are registered to vote in the upcoming national elections so that we can have a government that will carry the interest of the marginalized masses of our people. Over and above, on behalf of the ISRC and the campus SRC, I congratulate all our brothers and sisters who have graduated today. We wish you well in your future. Thank you.
Chancellor in absentia, Mamononkululeko Koboto, the Chairperson of Council, Advocate Ngugai Tobi in absentia, Council members present today, our Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Songa, the Executive Management present today, the President of the ISRC and the collective of the SRC, people who have joined us virtually, friends and parents of graduates, but more importantly, graduates themselves. Sibulela nekwayar, sikula ngokugula. Xa simane sisiva isingqi, siyayibulela loo nto. Now there's a particular story I just want to outline. As we were walking in, I remembered that there's a particular symbol of the red carpet. The red carpet we're walking upon is a sign of compromise. It's a sign of sacrifice. Generations and generations that have came before us sacrificed their life and compromised for their lives so that we get better education. So that is the lesson I want us to take today, to say every time we walk into that carpet, it must be a walk of honor. Igama lam ndinguSandiso wakwaMbongo. I am the Deputy President of the Convocation. I wish to express that this is not the first time such a gathering is taking place, because there's nothing new under the sun. But we must also express that this is the first time we get to congratulate graduates that are willing to contribute to service others and to service their society. We become too modest about student experiences. But I wish to tell you that as we congratulate these graduates, we are not only congratulating them for their academic excellence, but this is a group of people that are subjected to the most social ills. They are discriminated against, they are called names. They are survivors of depression, they are survivors of rape, they are survivors of substance abuse. Therefore, today we are not only congratulating them for having to done justice to their academic studies, but we want to congratulate them for surviving through a very difficult system. Now, we know that post your schooling system, the first thing you'll be seeking for is success. The society has taught us that success is defined in a particular way. We define success in accordance to the positions we occupy, how far we can go up in the ladder. But I want us to change that narrative and to define success by going down and down. Because knowledge in its character is supposed to show us humility, humanity, and service. So we wish to also welcome you to Convocation. And we also would love to say congratulations. One of the things that you'll be subjected to is public perceptions. People will question who you are. People will question where you come from as a graduate of WSU. But I want you to share this with them when they question you. Tell them that WSU has produced one of the cream of the crops of the country. The Chancellor herself is a product of WSU. The Vice Chancellor herself is a product of WSU. The registrar of the university is a product of WSU. So I want you to tell them that everywhere you go, you are a graduate that is fit for purpose. Now you are joining us during a big life-changing event of clearing a historical debt of WSU. During 2022 December, we have identified that we have 1.4 billion for graduate debt. Now, as the convocation, we decided that we're not going to accept that, and we then established what we call a graduate debt release fund. We have launched that fund on the 10th of March 2023. And as such, we want to tell you that we have managed to raise more than 40 million in that aspect. Having to raise that kind of amount, we want to thank the university management for making a contribution. We want to thank the council for making a contribution. We want to thank the SRC for making the contribution, the government, social partners, individuals who have made a contribution. Also love to thank the sitters that are here today. They've managed to make contributions of millions of rands to that, so that at the end of the day, we are graduate debt-free. So we also encourage you to sign those forms that are in your seats of convocation, so that we continue having a link with you in the city. We also wish to mention that we have also managed to establish what we call a clearance fund, where people can make small periodic contributions. In that, we are also trying to raise funds for our graduate debt. We also want to take this opportunity to take an advantage of saying to the SRC, we wish that we start a conversation and a discussion to say each student must contribute 10 rand a month towards the grab debt, and also each worker of the university to at least contribute 100 rand a month. Both these stakeholders, if they make this meaningful contribution, they are in a capacity of raising more than 5 million alone as internal stakeholders of the university. So that is the advantage we want to check, and perhaps this is a conversation we can take beyond this platform. We also wish to highlight that we will be going through to each and every province to expand convocation. So we encourage you to participate in all convocation activities, so that we are working together in making sure that we are fighting this systematic challenge, which is that of a graduate debt. We also wish to indicate that we do not only wish to earn by fundraising, but we also wish to create networks and partnership, so that when you leave the institution, you are able to present yourself with an opportunity of getting employment. We also wish to challenge the university. We know that hypothetically, it has employed more than 40 people that are from the university itself. So we want to say and align ourselves to the Vision 2030 by saying, at least let us target 80% when 2030 arrives, so that we know that we have employed our graduates at the rate of 80%. We also wish to announce, to say, the convocation will be making an announcement to distribute certificates. The money we have managed to raise, we will use it to distribute certificate to a few number of people that will be at the liberty of getting those certificates. A criteria has been developed, but further more information will be communicated to you. And that is why we encourage you to be a full participant of convocation. Now, for a person who does not even understand what is convocation, convocation is a group of graduates with a common goal in making sure that we contribute to our institution meaningful. It can be intellectual, it can be through monetary value, it can be through skills, and any other form of contribution we can make, because we do have an understanding to say we have an umbilical cord relationship with our institution. When we go to the society, when we go to the labor market, we identify ourselves with WSU. And that is why we say convocation is a necessary structure for all of us today that are graduates. Now, as I land, I wish to say we thank the university for opening doors for our students. You have managed to broaden access. You have given hope to these students who come from different various disadvantaged backgrounds. Some of them never imagined that they'll be here today. They never imagined that they'll be graduates. So we thank the institution for the access they managed to provide. Now we also thank the retention that they were able to provide, because now when you are within the system, there are challenges that are confronting a student for the student to become a graduate. So we know very well that the institution have managed to create programs that offer support for these students to become graduate. Further on, we also celebrate their success today. We also wish to thank the SRC for creating enabling environments for students to experience better learning and teaching systems of the university. We further wish to thank the council for making sure that the management systems of the university are improved, the leadership and also the governance system. In conclusion, I want to say you might have a disadvantaged background, but it does not mean you have a disadvantaged mind. Thank you very much.
Molweni. Ninjani? Yaphila. Igama lam ndi Professor Mashudu Dabana Maselesele. I'm here to give vote of thanks on behalf of the Chancellor, Ms. Gobodo, in absentia, on behalf of the Chairperson of Council, Advocate Ngokai Toby, in absentia, and on behalf of the Vice Chancellor and Principal of Walter Sisulu University, Professor Roshila Songa. It is indeed an honor for me to give vote of thanks. I would like to thank members of council who have joined us, members of executive management, members of senior management, labor representatives who are here, staff of Walter Sisulu University, the ISRC and Campus SRC, and all students who are here, guests and parents, our special guests, the 2023 class. I would like to thank you all, and you applaud yourselves for this opportunity. To MESITA, we want to thank you for funding our students, and we are saying, Likamuso, continue doing as you are doing. We appreciate you. To Pastor Peter, we really thank you for such an encouraging word of God. You have indicated to us that we should remember that all things are possible with God, and we should never doubt him. To our Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Songa, you have left us with food for thought. You have said we need to reflect on whether education is a privilege, a right, or an honor. And I think this is really food for thought for us all to think about. To the President of ISRC, Masikole, we want to thank you for your leadership. And I need to indicate that Masikole also graduated in one of these sessions. I think it was last week, Friday. So he's leading by example as an SRC. He's saying, gone are the days where SRCs are ancestors in academia. These are the times where you mix academia with politics and you become a better negotiator. On that, let's applaud him and the SRC for that. To the Deputy President of Convocation, Mr. Mbongo, you really gave us a kind of a shake. You know, when you said we need to honor the red carpet, you made me think, and you are right, we really need to honor and be humble as we serve our communities. And I think this is a message which is very important to our graduates. And I want to say thank you for fundraising for us. We appreciate the convocation for what they are doing. I'm sure you need to give them a round of applause. To the choir, your melodies, your sweet melodies, we were dancing in our hearts. We thank you for what you're doing. Africa sing when Africa is happy. Africa sing when Africa is sad. You deserve a round of applause. To graduates, can I request you to stand up quickly and face your lecturers? And as you stand up, I will be saying to your lecturers, on your behalf, thank you very much for leading us, for guiding us. You made us who we are through your efforts. You spent sleepless nights when you were waking. You made that difficult task simple for us. And on that, we want to say thank you. Face your parents. And as I speak on behalf of your parents, we know it takes a village to raise a child. You were there for us, emotionally and otherwise. You provided money for us to go to school. Look at us today. Here we are celebrating. And for that, we want to thank you. You can take your seat. Do we have SRC members who graduated today? No. Okay. We will get them as we continue because I know out of the 43, 20, out of 42, 23 have graduated. They are graduating in this session of these graduations. So you follow your leader as he has done. To organizers of this event, we want to thank you, the registrar, MCA and the team, the photographers and the IT team, and those who are working behind since the security, facilities, cleaning, ushers, and those who have provided us with meals. We really want to say thank you to all of you for the work that you have done. Announcements. We will request that the choir lead us with the national anthem. And as we finish the national anthem, you know we stand up when we sing the national anthem. When we finish, we'll remain standing until the Vice Chancellor has dissolved the congregation. And thereafter, we will request that when the choir is singing, we move out, allow the congregation, the academic procession to leave this hall. And the VC also has invited our guests and those who are in the academic procession to join her in the executive dining hall. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the day.
By virtue of the powers vested in me as the Vice Chancellor, I also award the qualifications in absentia to those students not present. I hereby dissolve this congregation of Walter Sisulu University.
likamhlakazabo wakhe wasiphupha isimanga kwaXhosa wababona baphantsi bethetha naye bethi bulalani yonke imfuyo madoda
Kwakubuhlungu emzini kaBhala ayedidekile amadoda kwaXhosa ayebufuna ubutyebi emzini yawo eyixabisile kwanemfuyo madoda